Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As usual, I am your host, Sellssi, and we're here at the media center, still reeling from that loss. It looks like a loss, but it was a draw and probably a personal loss for me by the Black Stars. After all that hard work by Kudus Mohammed, it felt like a loss, to be honest. But it was a draw, and a result coming in today from the Mozambique versus Cape Verde games means that it's not all in our hands. Yes, you heard me right. At first, in my previous video, I said that we needed to win and forget about everything else. It's not in our hands now. Wow, Sadio Mane just scored, and Senegal have beaten Cameroon 3-1. The big boys are getting the job done. Cameroon wanted Andre Onana in badly, got him in, and it hasn't gone well for them right now. But unfortunate is that the Ghana Black Stars now have to depend on Cape Verde beating Egypt. Yes, you heard me right. Cape Verde have to beat Egypt for the Ghana Black Stars to be able to progress. And in the post-match presser, I asked Cape Verde coach actually whether or how motivated his boys are to get all 3 points. His answer was quite interesting. We'll have a look at it today. We'll also talk about what the Black Stars need to do and what they have to hope for in order to qualify for the next round of matches. And from what all looks of things, it doesn't look like we'll finish in the top 2 here. Cape Verde are going to top the group. As usual, don't forget to subscribe if you have not. Click on that notification bell to get more updates. In a group containing Egypt and Ghana, Cape Verde is top of the group. Yes, they've become the first to qualify for the knockout phases of the African Cup of Nations 2023. Followed by Senegal here after they have beaten Cameroon right now 3-1 as the scoreline is. It has been a fairy tale tournament for the Cape Verdean side, but it is not by chance. They are great footballers. They understand the game of football. And as I said, countries are learning the game and are adapting to the game of football. Football is science, and science can be learned. So if you decide not to develop or invest in any way in your football, probably you will be left behind. And that is exactly what is happening to Ghana right now. Fortunately, that is what we are facing right now. Cape Verde have progressed to the knockout phases. And what that result means, a 3-0 loss. Beautiful goal scored there by Cape Verde. What that means now is that Ghana have it all to do in their final game. Yes, they have it all to do. Ghana have to beat Mozambique in their final game. And Mozambique too, mind you, have a chance to qualify to the knockout phases if they beat Ghana. Egypt as well have a chance to qualify to the knockout phases if they beat Cape Verde. Egypt can also qualify, lead with draw with Cape Verde, and Ghana and Mozambique draw. The permutations and combinations are a lot. And it is what we find ourselves in right now. We should have gotten the job done versus Egypt, and by now we would be in pole position to qualify with just a draw. But now the pressure is on us. We need to get all 3 points. We need to make sure that we secure all 3 points. On Majid Ashimero being replaced by Coach Chris Hughton, he mentioned that Ashimero is being managed because he's a player who just came back from injury. Yeah, and that is true, but really, is that the reason why he still sticks with the double pivot of Baba Idrisu and also with Salis Abdul Samed? I find that hard to comprehend and to wrap my head around. Majid Ashimero is a player who should not be replaced in the team when it's going well for us, especially yesterday. We needed him in the team and we needed him to control things. Well, in the post-match presser for the Mozambique and Cape Verde game, I asked the Cape Verdean coach how motivated his players are for the game versus Egypt and how motivated they are to get all 3 points in the final game to make it 9 points. Are they motivated enough? Because we know they do not have to win. Yes, they do not have to win. They have already qualified. Well, he's going to play second string players. That's the answer I was looking, or the answer I was seeking to get from him. Let's have a listen to what he had to say when I asked that question.
Sellssi, Sahara Football. Heading into the final game versus Egypt, how motivated are the players to make it 9 points out of 9? Or in the final game, your foot off the gas a bit in that final game? How motivated are you to get 9 points?
C'est délicat tanto esse jogo e dá tanta qualidade quais foram as suas motivações?
Espírito de equipa, união de equipa.
I think team spirit is key. We work as to maintain a unified team to ensure that the team will be put forward. Even though we know that we have individual talents of players, mistakes could lead us to be defeated. So when a team is unified and united, it will be able to face all the challenges and give the opportunity to every player to show their best performance.
So you heard him there. It wasn't quite clear to me, but he talked about something about unity and players coming into play and showing what they've gotten in a tournament. Does that mean that he's going to use second string players to play that game versus Egypt? It could spell doom for us if that is the case, because it would mean that Egypt will be playing a low powered Cape Verdean side, and that could probably give them the impetus they needed to get all 3 points and probably thwart our chances. Remember, if Egypt win and we also win, Egypt qualify ahead of us. Cape Verde need to beat Egypt. That is why it is not in our hands right now. We can beat Mozambique, which is a big if. We can beat Mozambique. It would mean that we would need help from Cape Verde to go over the line and qualify. And the best we could possibly get is a third place finish. A third place finish we could get if Cape Verde lose to Egypt and we still win. We'll still have 4 points, but be one of the third best placed teams, as you know already. The permutations and combinations are ongoing right now. And I brought my calculator along here to Ivory Coast, thinking ahead. But this is the same situation we found ourselves in 2 years ago. Nothing has changed. We've not improved, and we are still facing the same situation right now. We have not learned from our mistake. We have not improved. Coach Chris Hughton is going through the same thing Milovan Rajabak went through with us a couple of years ago. And it's going to take now favor from Cape Verde to make it to the next round. Let me know what you think will happen in the game between Ghana and Mozambique and Cape Verde and Egypt. Kickoff is on Monday, and we'll hope that the best happens to us and we go through to the round of 16. Many people here don't want to go home early, but if your team is not raising their game, home is the only destination for you. So that has been it for today. What the Black Stars need to do to make it to the next round. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your evening.